in fractions review is an extension of addition and subtraction. Just a quick review of the method that we used last time. So 7/10 plus 1/2. Using the method we did last time, I would just go ahead and take a look at the top numerator here. It's a 10, right? So I'll multiply the bottom fraction by 10 over 10. The bottom numerator is 2, so I'll multiply the top by 2 over 2. And multiply horizontally, I get 14 over 20. Multiply horizontally here, and I get 10 over 20. We have a common denominator of 20 now, so I'll do 14 plus 10 is 24. 24 over 20. A couple things to realize: it's an improper fraction, and also that 24 and 20 have a common denominator, and it can be simplified. So common denominator, they're both even, so we'll just go ahead and we can do 2, but greatest one would be 4, right? So if I divide by 4 here, divide by 4, 24 divided by 4 is 6. 20 divided by 4 is 5, and now it's still improper, so let's go ahead and divide it. 5 over 6, 5 into 6, you get 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Remainder of 1. So you have 1 and 1/5. Okay. The next one, or using a different method here, we can use this method because if you look at the denominators, right, same problem. I'm going to show you a different method. I realized that if I can multiply 2 by 5 to give me 10, right? So I can get a same denominator that way also. So what I will do, I'm just gonna, since it's gonna be 10, I'm gonna go ahead and move this one over and not change it at all. This one, 2 times 5 gives me 10, so I want to multiply here by 5 over 5. So multiply horizontally, 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, and then what I have here is 7 plus 5 is 12. Keep the 10 denominator, and I realize I have 12/10. Okay, 12/10, I can simplify that, right? 2 is the greatest common factor, so here divide by 2, and I have 6/5. And 6/5 is the same thing as I got last time, so I divide, and I will end up getting 1 and 1/5. Okay, so using this method, if I realize, I have a common multiple of 10 here, it saves me a little bit of work. So let's take a look at B. So B, I'm also adding. I just have mixed numbers. So let's ignore those mixed numbers and let's just deal with the fractions. 2 times what will give me 10, right? 2 times 5 will give me 10. So I will multiply this by 5 over 5. Okay, going to carry the 3 over, and I have 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. And this one will just stay the same, 1 and 3/10. Okay, when I add this, 3 plus 1 is 4. 5 plus 3 is 8 over 10. And I can simplify the 8/10. Common denominator is 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, right? So I have 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, 4 and 4/5. Let's take a look at some subtraction. So for subtraction, 2/3 minus 1/6. So again, you could do times 6 over 6 times 3 over 3, but let's save ourselves a little bit of time. 3 times 2 gives me 6. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by 2 over 2. And this one I will keep exactly the same. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so now let's subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3. And 6 is a common denominator, 3/6. And 3/6 is the same as 1/2, common denominator of 3. Right? 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay? And then the last one, again, a mixed number. So let's ignore those whole numbers. And let's deal with the fractions. 3 times what gives me 6? 3 times 2 gives me 6. So I'm going to multiply here by 2 over 2. The top I will keep the same, 4 and 5 over 6. Okay, the 1 here I will just carry over. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. And this one I'm subtracting. 4 minus 1 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. And bring down the 6. 3 and 1, 6. It's a mixed number. No improper fraction here. So I am done.